Welcome to another presentation at the East Trade Winds. Our guest is John Hood of Hood Venture Counsel. He is the founder of Hood Venture Counsel, a legal expert with a sharp focus on helping startups and growing businesses succeed. With deep experience in corporate law, intellectual property, and venture capital, John guides entrepreneurs through the legal challenges of launching and scaling their ventures. He's known for making complex legal issues simple, helping founders protect their ideas and close deals with confidence.
I'm really excited to be here. My name's John Hood. I run Hood Venture Counsel. We are a law firm based in New York. And really what we do is we act as fractional general counsel to startups and growing companies. So companies come to us when they're growing quickly and they're worried about missing legal risks that are lurking under the hood. A lot of times they have a plan. They want to sell their company in 3 to 5 years. Sometimes they plan to continue growing and running the business indefinitely, but they're getting to a point where they've either had a lawyer come on to handle a couple of transactions, but they don't have somebody they can go to for day-to-day legal advice. Or a lot of times they have somebody who works for them who's not a lawyer, who knows enough about legal, right, that they're running all their legal operations. So when I say fractional general counsel, what the hell does that mean? You've probably heard of fractional CFOs, maybe fractional COOs, fractional CHROs. And we try to follow that same model for providing legal services. So what that means is we're an outside consultant. We integrate with the company's leadership team. So we try to attend leadership meetings, meet with the CEO, meet with the decision makers of the company, know what's going on, and try to anticipate legal risks and legal opportunities and ways to help grow their bottom line while also protecting them from legal liability. And obviously that's done at a much lower rate than hiring an in-house general counsel. Most companies don't need an in-house attorney until they're into the sort of 10 million plus revenue range. So really anywhere from 2 million to 10 to 15 million is a sweet spot for a company to use a fractional general counsel. And again, the difference between us and a law firm is a lot of times a law firm will come in almost as a mercenary and handle a transaction, right? We need an employment contract reviewed. We got a demand letter. We need to settle it. They solve that problem and they go on their way. We really try to see around corners as much as we can and set up a proactive strategy, again, both to avoid legal risks, but also to make the company as valuable as possible, whether the company wants to sell, take investment from third parties, or just grow and be as profitable as possible. So we work with people in two ways, really. We can work hourly, similar to a traditional law firm. And a lot of times earlier stage companies, when they first come to us, they say, we have a few contracts every month, but some months are slower than others. One month we may need 5 to 10 hours of legal work. The next month we may need hardly anything. So we're happy to work that way. Once people have enough stuff going on that they really need legal counsel on call, we offer a monthly subscription, which is just a flat rate that they pay every month to make up the full hour, and they have access to us and our entire team. And really, once they have about 5 hours of legal work on average every month, we can move into a subscription model. I like that for a couple of different reasons. I really like to incentivize people to pick up the phone and call us or send us an email, as opposed to saying, I don't want to call them, I don't want to email them because I'm going to get a bill. I'm going to be charged for the phone call, so I'll just review the contract myself and hope everything goes the right way. I've had that happen to clients. Sometimes it works out. Very often it does not work out. And then they come to us after the fact, they're getting sued, they have to sue somebody. It's a lot more expensive. It's obviously more stressful for them. It's not as fun for us. I don't like getting into disputes with other parties. I like trying to help my clients grow and avoid those issues. So I'm going to give just a couple quick examples of people that we work with just to better illustrate our model and how we work with people. So one client that we have now where we're acting as fractional general counsel is a cybersecurity software company. They actually came to us at the very beginning when they started the company, which is unusual. It was back in about 2018. The founder had a previous exit, so he was pretty sophisticated and he knew how he wanted to structure the company. He had a medium and long-term plan. He said, I want to raise X number of rounds of funding, and then I want to exit in 7 or 8 years. We started off, again, just on an hourly engagement. We set up their LLC at the time, issued out their kind of equity interests. We advised on trademarking their brand name and a few other assets, some independent contractor agreements, just very standard early stage company stuff. As they've grown, they're now 6 or 7 years old. They've had a couple rounds of investments that have come into the company. They're now a team of, I think, about 60 people. So they have ongoing just employment issues. As you probably know, here in the States, as with a lot of other places, employment is state by state. And especially since COVID, it's very common, even for small and medium-sized companies, to have employees all over the country spread out. So it can get pretty complicated and labyrinthian pretty quickly. So we help them with their employment agreements, handbook, making sure that they're signed up for the right payroll, taxes, and paying into the right insurance and all that stuff. And then these days, a lot of the work that we're doing for them is they are getting much bigger clients who send over these gargantuan agreements, 60, 70 page master service agreements and other contracts where we really need to make sure that they're not giving away IP, they're not making representations that are not true, and that they're not going to get themselves in trouble. And again, this company wants to sell in the near future. So they want to not get sued, and they also want to not have a surprise come up when they're going to market to sell the company where a prospective buyer is going to see a liability that either makes them back out of the deal entirely or offer a price that's much lower than what they could otherwise get. And so part of what we do is we help companies, again, prepare to sell their company and then ultimately help them through that transaction. So a lot of that is advising on all of that stuff that could present issues from a risk and liability perspective, making sure that they are talking to the right tax advisors to make sure that they are preparing for capital gains taxes, how to minimize those, qualified small business stock. There are some sort of tax incentives that you can take advantage of, and just making sure that they get the most bang for their buck when that happens. And again, just very quickly, we do also help companies through those transactions. So right now we're helping a company that is being acquired by a private equity buyer. So those are always very complicated and really over-engineered deals. And it's like speaking Greek, even to people who work with them. So we try to explain it to them, help them through the process, and make sure that they're protected. We also have a legal risk assessment on our website, which is like 14 questions, just asks about some of the most common issues that companies deal with, and will help you see where you are in your sort of legal risk management. So if you want to take that, please feel free. I'm always open to feedback if you think there are questions in there that we should add or things that you've dealt with that you don't see in there. And if you do go through the assessment, we're happy to have a half-hour complimentary call afterwards just to talk through your issues, answer any questions you have. Thank you, Bernie and Wayne, for having me. This has been great, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Unlock the full potential of networking with East Trade Winds. Are you eager to connect with our esteemed guest speaker and delve deeper into the ever-expanding universe of connections? Simply scan the QR code now and embark on a journey of endless opportunities. Join us at East Trade Winds, where we gather online via Zoom every Tuesday from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, you're welcome to connect with us. Seize the moment, register for free, and start exploring today. Fancy sharing your insights as a guest speaker? We're looking for you. Reach out to Wayne Pratt to ignite your speaking journey. Email him at wayne@motivateyou.ca or connect with Wayne on LinkedIn. Don't wait. Take action and be a part of a global community that's shaping the future of business networking.